is so dialed in. I mean, I don't think a hurricane ripping through this stadium right now could alter his focus at all. He has a chance to do something very special in this one, and I, for one, I ain't betting against him. This crowd, the entire baseball world, all eyes will be on him every time he digs into the box.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. First opened in the millennium year of 2000. There's a look at Comerica Park here in Detroit. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Tigers baseball is next. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been a one-man wrecking crew lately, driving in 20 runs over the last 10 ball games. I guess I shouldn't say one-man wrecking crew. It takes a lot of support from the guys above him.
Don't be afraid.
Bones will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Hard liner to center field. Sinclair is there, and he has it for the first out. And now here's how.
He's been on an absolute tear lately, hitting over 500 in his last 10 ball games. His baseball must look like a beach ball to him right now at the plate.
Line toward the alley in left center, and he drops it. So a one-out base hit has him aboard here in the third, and that seems as good a time as any to check out our league leaderboard in hits.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. And he's just been punishing mistakes at the plate.
Hanley Ramirez steps in with another shot to do some damage after hitting a 3-run bomb in his first plate appearance. Zimmerman comes set. Here's the 2-1. This is in the air to left field. Upton is going to get there to make the catch, and now they may have a shot at doubling the runner at first.
Now batting number 50.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. There he goes. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And with 2 outs, this was an excellent spot to try to take second base. The worst-case scenario is, if you get thrown out, you allow a good hitter to come back and lead off the next inning.
Third inning here. 3-1 our score.
Here you go. Let it fly right here.
And the runner's breaking for third. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Red Sox leave 1, but they hang on to. Boof Bones steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, and that'll tie him for the all-time record. 73 on the year as they stretch the lead to 5-1. And that home run, obviously a big one, as he has now tied the record for most home runs in a season. 1 more, and he'll become the all-time record holder. Stepping in, Jesse Morales. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Hot shot to third. Bones comes up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Boof Bones will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going.
Pitch up there. Let's go, baby.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Backhanded. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're up. Reggie Lamb will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Scorched to third. One away.
He's out.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 5-2. Good night from Detroit.
For the Tigers, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base.
Tuesday night baseball now from Comerica Park in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season, so he's going for double digits here in this one.
Boof Bones will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Stay hot, baby.
Verlander pauses. Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there, base hit.
Find the ball.
Around third is Bogarts heading for the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
I'm trying maybe to carry a little of that momentum over from last night. He gets a pitch he can handle right here, and he's going to give his guys an early lead here as that makes the score 1-0 here in the first.
Mookie Betts will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. There goes the runner. Ground ball sent back up the middle. The tag, and he is out. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A run on 2 hits in the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Boof Bones. He reached on a single in his first try.
Let her rip. Here we go.
Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. Boof Bones stands in. He was hosed at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
Mookie Betts Stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Runner goes. And this is hit in the air over toward the left field line. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends.
Come on now, one time
Boof
right here.
Bones digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Nick Castellanos will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
On the ground to third. Bones in time to first, and there are 2 away.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been
Boof Bones will come on now to start things out in the 10th, and you have to figure the momentum is squarely on their side after the manner in which that 9th inning went down.
Yeah, just a great comeback to tie the game in the top of the 9th.
And there's your go-ahead base runner right away, as this is down for extra bases. Around second, he'll try for third, and they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now, and they'll just tag him. Reggie Lamb steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th.
Hey, play the first. Play the first.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time you realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Digging in, Jesse Morales. He singled his last time up.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Pitch right here.
To third. He's got it. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Boof Bones steps in with 4 hits already in this one and looking for number 5 here.
Well, he's just stroking it, Matt. I was watching him earlier in batting practice, and he looked good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good.
High and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Maben, but he can't get it as it's off the wall.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate.
But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Now batting.
Settling in now, Mookie Betts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit to short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Don't leave us now. It's just getting good. We're back for more on the show. Handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Tigers win it 5-4. Good night from Detroit.
5 runs.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's not stopping. He wants 3.
Slide,
the
slide,
relay
slide.
throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
And I guess you could say they needed to make the perfect relay here to get him at third. But really, if you're the go-ahead run and it's this late in the ball game, you've got to be satisfied with 2.
The offensive hero this afternoon for the Tigers was this man right here, Cameron Maben. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
No errors.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Tigers. This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Tops Player Spotlight. Boof Bones is in the glow. And EK, yes, he's an emerging talent, but he isn't usually regarded as one of the bright young stars, yet he Folks just finishing up their work week, making their way into Rogers Center here in Toronto. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. A big-time arm and a power bat. Should be fun. First pitch is next. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who's the one to watch? Boof Bones strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games.
Come on, big guy. Stay hot up there.
Skied into straightaway right. Bautista has a play. And he makes the catch for the second out. With that, here's a look at John.
He's now working on the longest hitting streak of all time. And he's looking to extend his record even further.
Pulled toward right center field. Pillar's there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Boof Bones will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. And there it is. Boof Bones is the new single-season home run king. He now cruises around the bases knowing he's just toppled a long-standing record, one regarded as the jewel of Major League achievements. What a thrill for us to witness, and as you can tell, the fans are certainly grateful as well.
And you have to wonder what is going through his head right now, Matty. The home run record is one of the most hallowed records in all of sport. Well, take a curtain call, big fella. You definitely earned it.
Yeah, and guys, this is one of the reasons why this is such a hallowed record. As you just said, Eric, it's because it requires such a ridiculous level of consistency throughout an entire season. I mean, he flat out didn't go through a home run hitting slump at all. And if he had, we would not be witnessing the momentous occasion right now. And he will always be remembered for having one of the greatest seasons in baseball history.
Hey, we got no one.
Josh
Hey,
Donaldson
hold
stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. (5-1) our score as we play the 8th. Grounded to third. Bones. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, we talk about it a lot. Ideally, this should be to the right side of the infield. Maybe you give him a break because he's such a good hitter and he is a run producer, but I'll bet if you ask him, he'll wish he had a different approach in that at-bat.
Boof Bones will stand in again as we take it back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
Let's go.
Hey, come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, see it, drive it. See it, drive it.
Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game, and it's a 7-2 game now. One more time. He gets a pitch to handle. You've heard that before, and you can add one more home run onto this already impressive number. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th, but still, 8 strong innings for him. He was hitting his spots all game long.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and welcome back to the MLB pregame show as we prepare you for Game 2 of our series with the always important Topps Player Spotlight. Boof Bones will be our subject. And this is starting to get ridiculous. His hitting streak now stands at 60 consecutive games.
Well, I don't know, guys. There's really just nothing left to say here. I mean, he might not ever go another game without getting a hit. At this point, getting a hit for this guy is just like brushing his teeth or combing his hair. It's something that he does every day without even thinking about it. He's gone over a third of a major league season without having an 0 for game, which is just unbelievable. Most great hitters are happy to put together a 10-game streak, but this blows them all out of the water. He is truly, right now, in a league of his own these days.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. The show's got baseball for you on a Saturday night, north of the border here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays. Boof Bones strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Nobody out, runner on first. He's running towards second. hard hit ball to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Long throw to third.
Get out, get out.
And Bautista's throw will not get there in time. He's in there at third.
Batting third, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Has to be thinking strikeout here. To short, hit hard. Way to get dirty. He's up with it. The throw. Not in time.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
A major league effort, but he couldn't finish the play, so the run comes in to score.
I think you have to tip your cap to the effort we're seeing out there. Getting this ball before it gets through into left field, but about the only way you're going to throw a guy out from there.
Hanley Ramirez will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Let it rip right here.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out to right field. Bautista has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
And the key here was just to get an out. Yeah, you gave up a run, but now...
Chris Colabello will stand in trying to keep that hitting streak alive. You see what he's done over the past 9 ball games.
Here we go.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Bones is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Digging in the switch hitter, Booth Bones, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here. Hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
Pitch out, nothing doing.
Hey, come on,
Third
baby.
inning, already a 3-2 ball game. Hard liner to center field. But he'll close fast out there as he puts it away chest high, and the runner will be forced to head back to first.
Hey!
So stepping in, number 17, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Line drive to left. Saunders is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Now to the plate, Kevin Pillar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
On the ground to third.
There it is, there it is.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 5-4 game. Booth Bones gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. High and deep to right center. Ranging back is Pillar. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo shot to right center. A huge home run for him as he now stands alone in the all-time record books as we are all tied at 5. One more time. He gets a pitch to handle. You've heard that before, and you can add one more home run onto this already impressive number. Deonder Navarro will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded clean. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs here on a base hit. No. Boof Bones will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run of the ball game. And on cue, there it was back in the 7th inning. A solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. Digging in to try it again, Mookie Betts. He'll look to keep it going, 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And no throw as he'll just hang on to it. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Runner goes for third. A little roller toward the hole. A step on the bag for 1. A play at the plate. And he is out at the plate. Trying to extend the lead to 2. Instead, he's cut down. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including...
A great Sunday afternoon for baseball here, north of the border at the Rogers Center in downtown Toronto. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series. Boof Bones will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Saunders is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Boof Bones will stand in now as he'll get us going in the top of inning number 3.
And we've yet to see a 0 on that scoreboard so far, so he'll be looking to get something started again.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Pilar ranging back. He's there and records the first out.
He's just trying to get a fast...
Boof Bones heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Oh, that's well hit. Deep center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Boof Bones will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in. Mookie Betts will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is. Colabello is there for it. Hanley Ramirez stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. That might take the anxiety away for the moment. But he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing. Runners on the move for second. Push to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. 1 run is scored. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. Jose Bautista steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Hold on to it.
Boof Bones is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th.
Third baseman, Boof Bones.
Out in front of it, strike 1.
Hey, come on now, one time, right here. Need you right here, kid.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Your turn now, no one better.
Cecil's ready. Here's the 0-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Saunders going back. Gone! It's a 2-run. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs.
Well, it's not quite a nor'easter, but the rain's coming down pretty good here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, it's the first of 3 to start the new week. Boof Bones gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Boof Bones will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet night. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
Now batting.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hands getting into good position. The hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Stepping in, Mookie Betts. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Well, a fly ball again here this time would be just what the doctor ordered, because a sac fly here would give him the lead.
Come on, big guy.
On the ground to the left side.
Hey, nice rib, nice beat.
And that's through into left, a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Number 25.
Into the box, Steven Souza. He drew a walk his first time up.
No runs, no hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far.
Fun attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single. Boof Bones steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning.
Sox leave one. Logan Forsythe is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. So a good pitch there to get the out, and with that, we'll take a look at the league leaderboard in terms of team ERA.
Boof Bones digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Kiermaier is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. A couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change.
Out here.
Hit to third.
Oh, and he took his eye off it as it's right through him into left. Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count. Big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
4 runs.
So that just about does it for EK, Psycho, and the crew. Tuesday night baseball set to come your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Time now for a look at the Rays' starting 9. Boof Bones will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10. So yesterday's performance.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in there.
Settling in now, Travis Shaw. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Here we go, baby. Find a good pitch.
And now the runner's trying for third. And now they've got him picked off. And now the tag is applied over at third, and this will go in the... Dante Ramirez will stand in, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks, as you see the average there over the course of the last 9 ball games. Grounded to third. Bones. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up. Boof Bones stands in following an RBI single his first time through. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Striding into the box, Boof Bones. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, and he jumped all over a first-pitch fastball in that at-bat. Just drove it right out of here. So let's see if he's aggressive early in the count once again.
But gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Basil Abercrombie will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think is that he got himself a nice lead early on. And
Boof Bones is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys.
So it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter coming on now with a runner at first and one gone. Brad Boxberger will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning.
Boxberger. The catcher, number 17, Boof Bones.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play?
On to first, and how about that for an entrance?
One pitch.
Bobby Wilson is into the ball game here as he takes over behind. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end.
Folks filing into Fenway Park here in Boston on a fine Thursday evening for baseball. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox.
So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. How do they go about taking down their rivals, Steve?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Boof Bones gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat. Smoke the other way. High and deep to left. Back goes Joyce. Gone. Over the monster for a home run. Boof Bones set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
That's just a highlight reel catch right there. If this one skips by him, you could be looking at some extra bases. So the pitcher...
Boof Bones will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night. And you can see on the graphic there, Mookie Betts steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the 0-1. Runners off for second. Ground ball left side. Gloved by Headley. Throw gets him. 2 down.
You know, guys, I'm not sure if this was really heads-up baseball or just flat-out crazy. Maybe it was just a combination of both. But he's moving on the pitch, so once he sees this ball's thrown to first, he's just going to keep right on going to third base.
Hey, get your pitch right here. Come on now.
Striding into the box, Dustin Pedroia. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Joyce ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Throw won't get him.
Boy, that's a nice job right there.
Boof Bones will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Bird is there now to put this one away for the 3rd out. So coming to the plate, Boof Bones, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base.
The best thing you can do right here is just keep it.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score.
Around third and being waved on home. And the winning run will score as they walk off with a 3-2 victory.
You know, they came into this bottom of the 9th inning knowing that they needed just 1 run to make it official. And they come through big time here to send this crowd home happy.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
And he stepped in knowing the game was on the line, and he was still aggressive. He found a pitch he could do something with, and he winds up winning the ball game.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones. Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Get ready for Red Sox baseball next.
Boof Bones will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
In there, a base hit.
All right, hold up. Right here.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2 base hits this year.
Well, Matt.
So striding in, Travis Shaw, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
He's going.
And now the runner's trying for third on the ground to the left side. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third, and he will be tagged out at the plate. Ronald Torreyes is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, but this will be speared at third, and that was Boof Bones is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was. Boof Bones will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all.
Starlin dives. What a stop. He's out.
Woo, no problem.
Boof Bones digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Belted high and deep into right center. Ellsbury going back. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game. Another big crowd filing in for Saturday night baseball here at Fenway Park in Boston. Bones will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Lifted in the air out to right. Refsnyder is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Boof Bones is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
High pop-up. Castro is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. Corey Myers digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And the runner from second is in to score. It's now a 3-2 contest. Boof Bones will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here.
Hey, what time? Right now.
Bones will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBI.
Now, meanwhile here, this ball is crushed. It is high. It's deep. And it's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, he painted himself into an almost impossible situation on the mound.
Into the box now, Billy Butler. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Scorched to third. To his left, Bones. On to first, and he's breezing through the eighth here with 2 quick outs.
Now batting.
Boof Bones comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Hey, you can do it. No one better.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is pulled into right. Ref Snyder is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs.
Matt Vast. Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside Fenway Park in Boston. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series.